I'm about to expose the media for the controlled puppet show it really is. Right, 4 giants, News Corp 9, 7 West, Paramount, which is 10, and the ABC, well, they control 85% of the media in Australia. And one switch controls the entire system. That's called ESG. Now, who has the controls to flip that switch? BlackRock, Vanguard, and State Street, the big 3 who own 7% of the world's stocks. And their manipulation control is much higher than that. Now, those 3 investment firms, they hold the top stakes in all of our media. Right, enough to control their board and their votes. Right, so it doesn't matter if Murdoch is right-leaning. BlackRock, Vanguard, and State Street, they own the board. That's all that matters. Right, in the ESG rating system, it is like a scorecard report for companies. Right, let me explain that to you. BlackRock, Vanguard, and State Street, they give every single big company they own a score out of 100. Right, and that's broken down into 3 categories. ESG. Let me explain the E for you, which is environmental. Right, are you going full green, net zero, solar farm, wind farms, and no coal? Right, the S, that stands for social. Are you pushing DEI, trans rights, and all that garbage? Right, and are you being inclusive? Right, and then the G is governance. Is your board being ethical with their stance? So that means, do you have no scandals, and are you pushing their agenda? And you know what BlackRock, Vanguard, and State Street do when you get a low rating? Well, they will crash your stock, they will cut funding, and they will pull their ad revenue. Right, media companies, they live and die by this score, so they obey. Right, and this is the crazy part that is going to blow your socks away. Who makes the rules for that rating system? You guessed it, the World Economic Forum. They work with BlackRock to create an ESG scorecard that's used by over 200 global giants. And then the WEF, well, they had a sustainable media program where they pumped $100 billion to ensure that if companies followed the ESG ratings, well, they would get that funding. And then you ask yourself, where did that funding come from? So what do? They all follow the script. Net zero, open borders, gender crap, or you lose your funding. I mean, the question to ask yourself now, who owns BlackRock, Vanguard, and State Street? And it's not just the media, it's our politicians as well. They know the ESG rating system, right? If any of them speak out against immigration, net zero, DEI, or transgenderism, right, the media gets the tap on the shoulder from a board member who is owned by BlackRock, Vanguard, or State Street, who then pass the message down to their editors, writers, and they're told to go after that politician who spoke up against those policies, right? Because those editors, writers, and news anchors, they are good little servants, so they get activated. And then they start their smear campaigns, their headlines, and they try to tear that person down. So it's one rating systems, but total control. Right, but here's the spark. It's now us versus them. And to all the controlled media out there, well, now you know that we know what's going on. And for me, watch the fake stories come in after this. The fake claims, the lies, it's all coming for me. I know. Because when you expose this sort of stuff, it comes with a lot of risk. But just know this, I love my family, I love my life, and I love my country. And we're building a movement right now. It is us versus them. It is Australia first until we die. What's your thoughts?